Hello, all my air signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. Of course, this is for all my Geminis, my Libras, Aquarians, no matter where you have that in your chart. And we're going to be zeroing in on the week of October 17th to October 24th. Of course, if you're coming across this reading outside of that time frame, I always say Spirit and Creator are not bound by time or space. So if your intuition or your gut brought you here, I would definitely watch the video because I'm sure there are messages for you. If you are watching this between that time frame, then some beautiful energy coming in this week. Of course, October 18th, the Mercury retrograde is over. We're starting to move forward again. So we're going to stop looking at the past and reflecting on those lessons and that, whatever the spirit and all the beautiful posse of beings on the other side brought to our attention during this time, and we're starting this movement forward again. So you're going to start to feel that. We're still going to be in a shadow for a couple weeks, but you're going to start to feel that momentum happen, especially since also this week on the 20th, we have the Aries full moon happening. So a lot of fiery energy coming in, just nudging us forward into those new areas of our life, these new adventures based on what we've learned during the Mercury retrograde. I do have videos for each individual zodiac sign for the Aries full moon, which I'll link at the top or bottom here at the end of the video. So if you want to go check those out, you can see what other energies are coming in for you this week, or actually over the next 3 weeks, this week and the 2 weeks after, because that's what those readings include. But for this week, we're going to focus in on the air signs and see what else the Creator wants you to know. Specifically for this week, we're going to start off by getting general energy through the Spirit Animal Oracle to see what the Creator wants you to know overall for this upcoming week. All right, Creator, for our Earth signs, not our Earth signs, our air signs. Air. Creator, what would you like? Okay, there we go. And you've got the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Beautiful. Card number 41. So definitely this beautiful love energy is going to be all around us. It's in the air signs, right? So it's in the air this week. In the darkness of night, Nightingale Spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. You are so loved, and the illumination song of the Nightingale Spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and a starless night. Hearken to the message, letting the music of the Nightingale song remind you that love is all around. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize that the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination will happen soon. Beautiful, and I know that kind of sounds kind of dark, right? But I love the message that even in the darkest nights, you are surrounded by love, and even though you can't see the light with your eyes, it exists within you. You are filled with the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. And there's always this host of beautiful beings of unconditional love and light that are surrounding you and are with you. I kind of see like someone standing there with their eyes closed going, it's so dark, I can't see anything. And they're like, open your eyes. And so they jest with you by saying, open up your third eye, open up your spiritual eyes and see. Because even in the physical realm in darkness, there's so much brightness if you just open your eyes and hear the calling of the Nightingale Spirit calling out to you in the dark times, right? And let's pull some cards here from the Everyday Tarot, and let's just get some more information on this dark night that we seem to be in this week. It's like there's a shadow. Maybe it's the shadow of the Mercury retrograde still. But let's take a look here. See, Creator, what else do you want our air signs to know about this upcoming week? Okay. Got 3 and 3 as I move the little mat here. Oops, got the 7 of Wands. So, you might be feeling attacked. You might feel like you're having to defend. You're on higher ground though, and you have the flame of light here, and I love that. That's like what I was just talking about. It's all dark outside there, but you are bright. You have this flame here. So just focus on that you are protected. You don't need to be dragged out into the night, into those dark, negative emotions. You can still focus on your inner light. It's so bright here. This is how dark the night is. And this is like you're glowing literally in this card. And I kind of feel like if you've ever had your laptop or your phone and you're in a dark room and all and you're outside and the bugs come to the light. That's kind of what I feel like this. I had this picture of just these gnats coming, and you're like, oh my God, but they're drawn to your light. And when you understand that all these other people that seem to be attacking you, like the gnats are attacking you, they're actually drawn to the light. And they're being drawn to you because you're full of this love, because they're crying out for love, they're crying out for attention. And when you realize that it's not about you, they're not personally attacking you, they're just so desperate for love, they're so desperate for light that they're drawn to you, and that will help transform how you're seeing things. Yeah. Because you have the Knight of Swords. So like I was saying, it's going to transform your swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And he bears the Ace of Swords, which is what brings capital T, truth. And so this is, all about action and movement. Excuse me. So this is the movement of thought. Like I said, the way you perceive things changes because you're seeing the higher truths of things. Your ego will get defensive and feel like I'm being attacked. But when you connect and see things from a higher perspective, see these capital T truths, you understand, like we were talking about, that they're drawn to you because of the love that they feel from you, and they're desperate in it. They are so desperate they don't realize how they're acting and reacting out of fear, trying to control and get what they want. And then you can just give that love to them. Let's see what this is here. Yeah. Because you have the Chariot here. You are the one with the power of choice. You have your shadow side and your higher self. You have the universe supporting you. It's the canopy. But you're the one that's in control of what you choose. This is, for me, is the power of choice card. You get to choose between, are you going to become defensive and attack others or run from others? Or are you going to choose light and love and give them let that love fill you up and overflow out to them, right? If you are defending yourself, then it just makes them want it even more. But if you connect to, the love inside you, then you fill up and it overflows. Kind of feel like I had this picture in my head of like your heart is this barrel, like a big metal barrel, and each of these wands from the outside world they're like giant straws, pipelines that they try to put into you to suck away your love out of you. And when we're in fear, that's what happens. We actually are the ones that are grabbing them and allowing them to attach to us, and we feel drained, we feel empty, we feel exhausted. But rather than taking those and having those pipelines come in, we allow them to be around us but not connected to us. We fill up, so that barrel fills up with love and it overflows. And from that overflow, that's where they get the love that they are searching for. And really, it's an internal love that they're seeking after. That unconditional love of the Creator of all things, like we talked about, is what you're searching for. And when we're overflowing with it, they'll get a taste of that unconditional love, and they'll realize the love that they're searching for is inside themselves. It's like unconditional love sparks love in other people, and that's the only thing that will help anyone, that will change anyone. We try to change people from the outside in, right? How much success? Zero. It may seem like they change, but it doesn't last, because they're just pretending for a while, unless they really wanted to change from the inside out. And how people change is their heart changes. And our heart, if we're hungry and desperate, like these individuals over here, we're searching on the outside, getting hungrier and hungrier and getting angrier and desperate because we're not getting what we're searching for on the outside. You see light, and you see, because they can sense the unconditional love within someone who is tapped into it, and it's flowing, and they're just like I said, like moths and bugs to a bright light in darkness. They like swarm to it, and if you allow that to flow outside of you, they get a taste of what they're really searching for, and then they find, and they turn within to find it within themselves, and change happens from that inside outward, right? Yeah, 8 of Wands. So you got the 7 of Wands here, you have the 8 of Wands here. Wands, if I didn't mention before, are your spark, your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, but it's also your spiritual energy. And for me, this 8 of Wands is messages from Spirit. And so this next coming week, like this nightingale spirit in the night speaking messages to you, as you focus on this unconditional love, you will get messages, you'll get clarity, and you're going to get it from all sorts of places. You're going to get it from thoughts being dropped in your head. You're going to be feeling emotional messages from Spirit, and you're going to be getting physical messages from the outside world. You're going to see synchronicities and overhear conversations and see social media posts and get stuff in the mail or an email, or see something in a movie or on TV. You're just going to get all these confirmation of all these messages. So definitely, as you connect to this higher place, as you consciously choose to connect to your light and your love inside, it makes this night time that you're experiencing feel much brighter, because you're opening your eyes. Yeah, because here's your shadow. And this is not a bad card. I know it's called the devil, but it's really our shadow side. It's our darker side. And you can see how the things that are binding us, the things that are binding others, it's very loose around the neck. They could actually take that off. And you can see the hand, even that the shadow is holding on to, it's not even a tight grip. You could walk away. Reminds me of those videos or memes that you see in social media, where there's like this horse with its the rein on it, and it's tied to a Coke can on the ground, and it's not moving, or this huge dog that has a leash tied to a plastic chair, and it's not moving because it thinks it's bound, but it could easily run off with it. That's the feeling that this has, is that it's bringing this awareness. This shadow time that you're having is you're seeing this choice that we have, and you're seeing in this mirror all these people that are so desperate for external validation, external love, that you are sensing, and you're getting these messages of your inner love so loudly. I love how this nightingale has these horns almost, so it's like it's not even like a nightingale you're hearing in a distance. It's like a nightingale using a megaphone. It's like, hello, very, very big, strong messages coming in about what is holding you back, what is making you feel limited, what is making you feel powerless, what's making you feel like you're in the dark night of the soul, and it's this upbeat message, though. It's like you've been in it for, I don't want to say for so long, but you've been in it for a while, for a time. And you're ready. You're just like, I'm tired of this. I'm ready to make this different choice. And you're realizing that you're getting all these messages from spirit and from your shadow as well, which our shadow is a part of us. It's like our tour guide in this giant amusement park of fear rides. It's not something evil. It's a part of us that chose to separate itself from our powerfulness of who we are, so we could experience our opposites. And it's like Dr. Evil in our in the Austin Powers series, if you ever saw it. Dr. Evil was the villain. Austin Powers was like the British spy, like 007, right? And like a lot of those types of movies, Dr. Evil would tell the evil plot that he was going to do, and people were like, why are you telling him? He's going to escape and stop it. And he was like, oh, shush. And so he would tell the evil plot, and Austin Powers would escape and stop the evil. And that's kind of what our shadow does. It's like, this is what is keeping you limited and tied down, wink, wink. And so it's showing us for us so that we can look into removing the noose from around our necks, and walk into light, walk into something new and different. So I love that, yeah, because the Nine of Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And like we talked about here with this Knight, bringing in the Ace of Swords, which brings you in your capital T truths. These are all the expectations of what are keeping you up at night. This is like the insomnia card or the nightmare card. And so trying to fulfill all those expectations and opinions from the outside world is really, this is what our shadow is showing you. All those things that you think have to happen in order to be fulfilled. It's either it points you back to your past where you've judged yourself, or it points you to the future where you have the what, the when. When this happens, then I can be happy. And it shows you all these things that are taking you out of the moment where you can find this beautiful, unconditional love and peace and joy and laughter. And I love this, though, that all this that's going on, because this does feel really heavy, doesn't it? It feels like there's a lot of burdens that you have been dealing with. But I love that this card mentioned that the nightingale is speaking loudly and singing loudly to you, going, there's love in every situation. Even in this dark moments, even as you're reflecting on all this stuff and making this movement, from the old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, that there's love in that moment, and it's happening for you. You came here to experience the heaviness, and in experiencing the heaviness, you understand more fully how light we really are. The darkness, the light, the conditional love, the unconditional love, the, anger, the peace, the chaos, the freedom, again, all happening for you on purpose for a purpose, but you're getting these clear messages on what it is. And that's beautiful, because with the sword of truth, capital T truths, you can transform your way of thinking and your way of believing and the stories that you're applying to the situation, and just make this darkness turn into light. It's like what I'm hearing is the darkest time is right before the dawn. And that's what happens here, because all you have to do is open your eyes. Like they were saying, we're standing with our eyes closed going, it's so dark and so scary. And they're like, open your eyes whenever you feel, it's too scary. Or even they showed me the flip side of it too. It's like, the story is too scary. Well, close your eyes, look inward. It's like when you're watching a scary movie, you hide behind a pillow or you close your eyes and you don't see what's going on anymore. And you realize, oh, this is a movie, right? Or if you're watching, like on the big screen movies where they show you going down like jumping over cliffs and, roller coaster rides where you like your stomach goes with it and you're like, oh my God, you feel like you're experiencing it because you're seeing it, but you close your eyes and suddenly it all stops. And that's so many messages, different ways of looking at it, which is beautiful. We're also going to pull a card here from these everyday miracles. It's from the Course in Miracles, and to see what your final messages for this week are. I know this feels heavy, but I feel like because of the depth of how heavy it feels is how light you feel as you transform it as well. Our air signs, so it is all about your thoughts, your beliefs, right? Get out of your head. All right, Creator, what else for our air signs for this week? What would you like them to know, please? So you have, I am entitled to miracles. I love that. You are entitled to miracles because of what you are. You will receive miracles because of what God is, and you will offer miracles because you are one with God. So, yeah, definitely I like this. Being one, believing you're worthy, remembering who you really are, filling up with those miracles and that love of the Creator, and then offering it, letting it flow out to people like we talked about. So I'm going to put that right here, because that reminds me of the little be the bright light for them. And then the peace of God is shining in me now. So that's shining in me, right? Why wait for heaven? Those who seek the light are merely covering their eyes. The light is in them now. Enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change at all. So I was talking about, covering your eyes, right? So dark. Well, you're covering your eyes. Stop covering your eyes and see the light that is within you. That is hilarious. And there you have it. You are a beautiful, bright being of unconditional love. Just have to remember who you really are, right? Beautiful. Right? Well, just know as you're going throughout this week that each and every second of every day that you are indeed unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, our Creator. I'm going to leave the reading there. I do also want to let you know that in addition to these weekly readings, I do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, as well as like full moon, new moon readings, and a variety of other readings. Like I mentioned, I did an Aries full moon reading for each zodiac sign. I'll have those pop up here or down here in just a moment for the playlist. If you want to go check those out and see what other messages are out there for you, feel free to do that. And if you want to be notified of when those come out, so make sure you don't miss them, if you haven't done so already, if you click the subscribe button down below, that's going to make a little notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, then you'll be notified when the new videos come out. So it's easy breezy. All right. Well, know that I love you dearly, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, have an amazing week, and you take care.